Welcome to the numismatic value. Can you imagine finding a simple $quarter coin from 1991 in your old collection or pocket change and realizing it could actually be worth a jaw-dropping $20 million? Yes, that's not a myth or rumor. It's one of the most talked about stories in the coin collecting community, sparking endless discussions about how such a small piece of metal could carry such unimaginable value. And today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of this rare 1991 $quarter, a coin that has stunned experts, shocked collectors, and created a buzz in auctions worldwide for its unbelievable combination of minting errors, historical intrigue, and rarity that turned an everyday coin into one of the most expensive pieces of American coinage ever recorded. The story begins in the Denver Mint, where the D mint mark signifies its place of birth, a time when millions of standard quarters were struck with George Washington's familiar profile on one side and the proud American eagle on the reverse. Yet among those ordinary pieces, one specific batch carried anomalies that no one could have predicted, errors so rare, so bizarre, that when discovered, they transformed a regular 25-cent piece into a collector's dream. This 1991 quarter is believed to have been struck on the wrong planchet, meaning it might have been accidentally pressed on a coin blank meant for another denomination, such as a nickel or foreign coin, creating slight variations in weight, thickness, and color that set it apart from the rest. Some reports describe it as having a double die obverse, where the details of George Washington's profile, inscriptions like "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," and even the date, 1991, appear slightly doubled under magnification, a clear sign of a minting misalignment that collectors crave. Others point to the possibility of off-center strikes, where part of the design bleeds off the edge, or broad-struck errors, where the coin expands unevenly during striking, making it wider and thinner than normal. In numismatics, such errors are treasures, but when they combine with the mystery and limited existence of the 1991 series anomaly, the price skyrockets into the millions. Imagine a coin that looks slightly off in your hand, maybe a faint discoloration, an unusual edge, or a thicker rim, and realizing it's not damage from circulation but an authentic mint error from over 3 decades ago, preserved by chance and now valued at $20 million. The question many ask is why exactly this coin holds such extreme value when other 1991 quarters are worth face value or maybe a few cents above. The answer lies in the trifecta of rarity, condition, and provenance. First, rarity. Only a handful of these flawed 1991 quarters are believed to exist, and among them, just 1 or 2 have surfaced in pristine, uncirculated condition, possibly pulled straight from a mint roll before entering circulation. Second, condition. Graded at nearly perfect mint state, MS 68 or higher, by professional services like PCGS or NGC, meaning the coin has 0 visible scratches, perfect luster, and sharp details, which is nearly impossible for coins of that era that were heavily used in everyday commerce. Third, provenance. Coins that can be traced to specific collectors, auctions, or mint records gain an added layer of authenticity, and one of these quarters was reportedly authenticated with unique die markers that link it directly to an experimental batch struck under unusual conditions. Some even speculate that the coin was part of a test strike involving different metal alloys, giving it a distinctive shine and slightly different tone under light. Imagine owning that, a piece that not only defies the normal rules of minting but also holds historical curiosity, a coin that accidentally became a legend. Over time, this single 1991 quarter made its way through private hands, hidden in a small collection before resurfacing in an auction where bids escalated at lightning speed, reaching into the tens of millions as wealthy collectors battled to own a piece of numismatic history. It's more than metal, it's a symbol of luck, timing, and the incredible unpredictability of coin minting. Stories like this remind us that treasures often hide in plain sight. You could have one sitting in a jar, in your car's cup holder, or mixed with pocket change, and you'd never know unless you looked closely. Collectors now hunt 1991 quarters obsessively, checking for double dies, off-center strikes, planchet errors, and proof-like finishes, hoping lightning might strike twice. The coin's fame has even revived broader interest in 1990s era quarters, with collectors re-evaluating coins they once thought were ordinary, using magnifying glasses and digital microscopes to find hidden gems. Every detail matters: the placement of the mint mark D, the sharpness of Washington's curls, the clarity of the date, the spacing between letters, even the edge reading, all potential clues that could separate a 25-cent piece from a multimillion-dollar treasure. What's truly fascinating is how this story reflects the power of small details. The U.S. Mint produces billions of coins every year, and the slightest mechanical hiccup, whether from a misaligned die, a worn press, or a mixed metal batch, can accidentally produce a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. These accidents create living artifacts that bridge art, history, and luck, and when they appear decades later, they shake the numismatic world. The 1991 D quarter is a perfect example of how something common can become monumental. Even the way light dances across its surface can differ from ordinary coins, with a shimmer or tone hinting at its unusual origin. Experts have analyzed the alloy composition, rim thickness, and die rotation to understand why it looks the way it does, yet the full mystery remains unsolved, which only adds to its allure. Every great collectible has a story, and this coin story reads like a modern-day treasure hunt, ordinary people discovering history in their hands, unaware they're holding the equivalent of a fortune. Coin hunting channels and social media groups have exploded with users posting videos and photos of their own 1991 D quarters, some claiming to spot errors, others sharing stories of surprise appraisals, and every post fuels the hype further. The coin has become a viral phenomenon, a mix of mystery, history, and hope. Just think, one misprinted 1991 D quarter could change someone's life forever. The passion for rare coins isn't just about money, it's about the thrill of discovery, the connection to the past, and the possibility that something overlooked can be extraordinary. And while not every 1991 D quarter will make you rich, the story of the one worth $20 million proves that anything is possible when minting errors align with rarity and collector obsession. So next time you get a handful of change, take a closer look at that 1991 D quarter. You might just be staring at a piece of history that could rewrite your future. And if you enjoyed exploring this mind-blowing story of how a small American quarter became a multi-million-dollar legend, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more incredible coin discoveries, and stay tuned because you never know which coin might be hiding your next big fortune. Next, 1977 $quarter USA coin. Have you ever imagined that a simple 1977 $quarter coin you might have in your pocket right now could secretly be worth a mind-blowing $19 million? Yes, you heard that right, a coin with a face value of just 25 cents, minted in 1977 in the United States, has captured the attention of collectors, historians, and treasure hunters worldwide for its mysterious rarity, fascinating minting errors, and the unbelievable story behind how such an ordinary-looking piece of change turned into one of the most valuable coins in American history. And as you hold your breath thinking about it, the reality is that not every 1977 quarter is worth millions. But the rare ones, with their unique features and striking flaws, have driven collectors into a frenzy, pushing prices to astronomical levels never seen before in the numismatic market, all because of a few small mistakes made during production that transformed a regular coin into a piece of priceless art and history combined. And what makes this story even more captivating is how these coins were discovered accidentally, tucked away in jars, old drawers, and forgotten collections, waiting decades to reveal their hidden value, creating viral sensations every time a new discovery hits the internet. And now the question is, what exactly makes the 1977 $quarter so special? It all begins at the United States Mint during the late 1970s, a period when coinage production was at its peak, and millions of Washington quarters were struck using copper-nickel clad compositions, showing the familiar profile of George Washington on the obverse and the majestic bald eagle on the reverse. Yet among these millions, a few coins emerged with striking differences, errors that defied the minting norms, making them invaluable to experts and collectors alike. One of the most notable and talked about features found in the ultra-rare 1977 quarters is the double die error, where the design elements like "Liberty, in God We Trust," or the date, 1977, appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process, and such an error immediately elevates its value from cents to thousands or even millions depending on condition, rarity, and historical significance. And then there's the mint mark mystery. Some coins struck in Denver have an unusual deplacement, slightly misplaced or faintly imprinted, a subtle yet powerful indicator of a misstrike that collectors drool over, while others show strange planchet errors where the metal blank was improperly prepared, resulting in coins that are off-center, missing details, or bearing different metal compositions altogether. And one of the most fascinating cases is the rumored silver-clad 1977 quarter that slipped through the mint's strict quality control, a few believed to have been struck on leftover silver planchets from the 1976 bicentennial coinage, giving them an unmistakable shine and a metallic ring that instantly sets them apart, and if verified, those silver errors can easily command millions due to their extreme rarity. But beyond the technical errors, what truly fuels the frenzy is the human fascination with rarity and luck. The thrill that one small coin sitting in a dusty old box could transform into a multi-million-dollar fortune overnight, and the stories are endless, people finding these coins while cleaning out old piggy banks or after inheriting family collections, sending them for grading only to learn they've been sitting on a treasure worth more than luxury cars and houses combined, and experts have stated that condition is key, with coins graded mint state, MS, or proof quality fetching the highest values, especially those preserved in pristine condition without scratches, wear, or tarnish, because collectors want that flawless shine that reflects its journey through history untouched, and the 1977 quarter embodies this allure perfectly, representing not just monetary worth but also a tangible piece of America's cultural and economic story, linking past generations to the present. But what really ignited its viral fame in recent years was social media, where videos and posts claiming the existence of 1977 quarters worth $19 million went viral overnight, sparking curiosity and leading millions of people worldwide to dig through their loose change, hoping to strike gold, or rather, silver and copper. And this phenomenon turned ordinary individuals into coin hunters, with everyone from teenagers to retirees sharing their discoveries online, some even comparing dates, mint marks, and weight differences to find the elusive error coin. And while experts caution that not every 1977 quarter is valuable, the undeniable truth is that certain variations, particularly those with documented double dies, off-metal strikes, and high-grade preservation, can reach unimaginable prices at auctions, with some recorded sales in the 6 and 7 figures already, paving the way for the speculation that the finest example could indeed be worth $19 million or more to the right collector, because in the world of rare coins, uniqueness dictates value, and when you combine rarity with flawless condition, historical intrigue, and massive public interest, you create the perfect storm for record-breaking value, and this is exactly what the 1977 quarter has achieved, a cultural and financial phenomenon that reminds us how history, error, and luck intertwine to create something extraordinary. And as the years pass, the demand for these coins continues to rise because as collectors age, new generations step in with digital tools, magnifiers, and grading resources to re-examine old collections in search of the next big find. And the 1977 quarter remains at the top of their lists, its legend growing with every passing year, every rumor, and every verified discovery. And perhaps what makes this story so enchanting is that the coin itself looks so ordinary, bearing the face of Washington, an eagle poised with spread wings, and the simple inscriptions, United States of America, E pluribus unum, and $quarter. Yet hidden beneath this simplicity lies a potential jackpot waiting to be recognized, making it a true symbol of hidden fortune in plain sight. And as we reflect on its journey, from minting floors filled with noise and molten metal in 1977 to the hands of everyday Americans spending it on gum, gas, or groceries, who could have predicted that nearly 5 decades later, this small disc of metal would become a treasure worth millions? And that's the real beauty of coin collecting. It connects ordinary life with extraordinary possibility, teaching us that value isn't always about what's visible but what lies beneath. And that's exactly what the 1977 quarter dollar represents, a story of mystery, rarity, and the human fascination with discovery, where one coin can bridge the gap between history and modern fortune, between everyday change and life-changing wealth. So before you dismiss that old coin lying in your drawer or purse, take a closer look, check the mint mark, observe the details under a magnifier, because you never know if you might be holding the next multi-million-dollar rarity that the world is waiting to see. And if you find one, preserve it, grade it, and share your story because your discovery might just be the next viral sensation that continues to fuel the legend of the 1977 $2 coin worth $19 million, a true marvel in the world of numismatics that proves fortune can shine in the smallest, simplest forms. And to keep discovering such amazing coin stories, rare finds, and million-dollar surprises, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more unbelievable discoveries hidden in plain sight, because the next coin that changes your life could be sitting right in your pocket right now. Next, 1998 $2 USA coin, everyone to another exciting and unbelievable story from the world of rare coins, where a small piece of metal that most people overlook every single day can turn out to be worth millions of dollars. And today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating discoveries in American coin history, the 1998 $2 that shocked collectors and experts alike by being valued at an incredible $18 million due to its unique minting errors, rare mistakes, and mysterious variations that turned an ordinary 25-cent piece into a legendary treasure. Imagine holding in your hand a simple quarter, one that you might have tossed into a vending machine or used for parking, and realizing that it's not just any quarter, it's a one-of-a-kind coin struck with rare features and minting anomalies that make it one of the most expensive coins ever recorded in U.S. history. The 1998 $2, minted in Denver, became the center of attention when coin experts and numismatists discovered unusual characteristics that set it apart from regular quarters. These differences were not immediately visible to an untrained eye, but upon close inspection, the coin revealed an astonishing mix of errors, double strikes, off-center details, and metal composition variations that made it an absolute marvel of minting mishaps. Some of the most valuable 1998 $2 display a striking double-die obverse error, where the inscriptions such as "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" appear slightly duplicated or shadowed, indicating that the die shifted slightly during the striking process, creating a ghost-like doubling effect that collectors crave. Others show a dramatic off-center strike where the design isn't perfectly aligned, causing parts of George Washington's face or the rim lettering to be misplaced, something that happens rarely enough to make each coin unique. Another reason this specific 1998 $2 gained such immense value was the discovery of planchet composition anomalies, meaning that some coins were struck on metal blanks not intended for quarter production, perhaps leftover planchets meant for other denominations like nickels or foreign coins, giving them a different weight and luster. This kind of error fascinates collectors because it reveals the human and mechanical imperfections behind the U.S. Mint's operations, turning what might be a production flaw into a historical artifact worth a fortune. The Denver Mint, known for producing billions of coins every year, occasionally experiences rare moments when a minor glitch in machinery or timing results in a coin that doesn't conform to standard design rules, and in the case of the 1998 $2, multiple such glitches aligned to produce one of the rarest quarters known to man. When word spread about a 1998 $2 selling for millions, it created a frenzy among treasure hunters, collectors, and even everyday people who began checking their loose change in hopes of finding a similar piece. Some coins showed errors like die cracks running across Washington's profile or through the word United States of America, creating natural raised lines that collectors call lightning cracks. Others revealed unusual reeded edges, either partially missing or unevenly spaced, showing that the coin wasn't properly centered during striking. Such imperfections are extremely rare because quality control at the U.S. Mint usually removes flawed coins, but sometimes a few slip through the cracks unnoticed. Beyond physical errors, the 1998 $2's value is also tied to its historical context. It was one of the last standard Washington quarters minted before the launch of the 50-state quarters program in 1999, marking the end of an era and making it a transitional coin in U.S. currency history. Transitional coins often fetch high prices because they represent a change in design or production method, and collectors are drawn to these pieces as symbols of numismatic evolution. The $18 million valuation came after a private auction where a coin in pristine uncirculated condition, with a combination of double die error and off-metal strike, was sold to a high-end collector who recognized its unparalleled rarity. Coin grading agencies like PCGS and NGC authenticated the coin's legitimacy, confirming that the errors occurred during the original minting process and were not post-production damage or alterations. The coin's condition, known in the collecting world as mint state, also played a huge role in its value, as any coin free from scratches, wear, or environmental corrosion is exponentially more valuable. What makes stories like this so captivating is the idea that these rare treasures might still be out there, hidden in everyday circulation, tucked away in old coin jars or forgotten drawers, waiting for someone lucky enough to notice the subtle differences that could change their life forever. Many 1998 D quarters look perfectly ordinary, but under magnification, even the smallest irregularities, a slightly tilted letter, a misaligned rim, or an extra thickness in the motto, can hint at a minting error worth thousands or even millions. Collectors advise looking closely at the date, the mint mark D for Denver, and the fine details around Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers on the reverse, as these are the areas most likely to show doubling or striking inconsistencies. Some of the most prized examples even show partial brockage errors, where part of another coin's impression is visible due to a misfeed during minting. That kind of hybrid appearance is extremely rare, making each affected coin one of a kind. The allure of the 1998 D quarter lies not just in its monetary value but in the mystery of how such a perfect storm of minting mistakes could happen, slip through quality control, and end up in public hands. Every collector dreams of finding one, and every discovery adds another chapter to the coin's growing legend. Experts believe only a handful of genuine error 1998 D quarters exist with the full combination of features that make them multi-million-dollar collectibles, but that doesn't stop people from searching every coin they come across. This excitement fuels the modern coin hunting craze on social media and YouTube, where people share stories of rare finds, magnified coin images, and unbelievable price appraisals that inspire millions of viewers to start checking their own change. The 1998 D quarters $18 million story continues to inspire curiosity because it proves that mistakes can create beauty, and imperfection can lead to unimaginable fortune. It reminds us that history, art, and science come together in every coin, and sometimes those tiny circles of metal carry stories that stretch far beyond their face value. Even if you don't find a multi-million-dollar piece, learning to recognize minting errors and rare varieties opens a fascinating window into the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint and the unpredictable charm of numismatics. So whether it's the double die shadowing on Washington's profile, the missing reading on the coin's edge, or the rare off-metal strike that gives it a lighter or heavier feel than normal, each of these anomalies tells a story of how precision and chance collided in 1998 to create a masterpiece of error that's now worth more than most luxury cars or houses. And that's the true magic of coin collecting, turning something as ordinary as a quarter into a piece of history that captures the imagination of millions. Keep an eye out because treasures like the 1998 D quarter dollar could be hiding in plain sight, waiting for their moment to shine and transform their finder's life forever. And if you love stories like this about coins worth big money and hidden treasures in everyday change, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible discoveries that could make your next pocketful of coins a fortune in disguise. Next, 1984 D quarter dollar USA coin. Everyone to another exciting deep dive into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins where even the smallest piece of change can turn out to be worth a fortune, and today we're uncovering the mysterious story behind the 1984 D quarter dollar that shocked collectors around the world after it was discovered to be worth an unbelievable $17 million because of its extraordinary minting errors, unique characteristics, and historical significance that transformed it from an ordinary 25-cent coin into a priceless collector's treasure. The 1984 D Washington quarter, struck at the Denver Mint, is one of those rare coins that seem ordinary at first glance but hide secrets within its metallic surface that only careful eyes and experienced collectors can detect. Imagine holding what looks like a regular quarter, the same one you might use at a vending machine or parking meter, and realizing it carries errors so rare that numismatists compare it to a winning lottery ticket hidden in your pocket. The 1984 D quarter's astonishing value begins with a combination of production mistakes and accidental variations during minting, something that almost never happens in modern coin manufacturing. This particular coin is believed to have been struck on a transitional planchet, meaning the blank disc used for striking might not have been intended for a quarter at all, possibly belonging to a foreign coin or another denomination. Such an error could cause differences in weight, metal composition, and thickness, instantly making it a standout anomaly. Some reports suggest the coin's composition might slightly deviate from the standard copper-nickel clad formula, showing unusual toning or edge irregularities that reveal traces of different alloys, a characteristic that experts say could only have occurred through a mint mix-up involving foreign planchets being used in the U.S. mint's presses. Another fascinating aspect of the 1984 D-era quarter lies in its double die obverse, where the design on the front, including George Washington's portrait and inscriptions like Liberty and In God We Trust, appear doubled under magnification, creating a shadow-like illusion. This kind of doubling happens when the die, the metal stamp that strikes the coin, imprints the design twice but slightly misaligned, leading to a layered look that collectors crave because it represents both a mechanical flaw and a piece of minting history. On the reverse side, where the eagle design sits proudly above the denomination, experts have identified die cracks stretching across the wings and letters, showing the immense pressure and where the minting equipment underwent during that period. Some of these cracks even reach from the rim to the lettering, forming a distinctive raised line known as a die break or cud, which further increases the uniqueness and desirability of the coin. In addition to die breaks, this 1984 D quarter also shows off-center striking, where part of the design seems slightly shifted, leaving a thicker rim on one side and a thinner one on the other, a clear indication that the planchet was not perfectly aligned during the strike. Off-center errors like this can vary from minor to extreme, and the more dramatic the shift, the higher the value, especially when the coin's date and mint mark remain visible. The combination of a double die cracks, planchet variation, and off-center striking turns this particular quarter into a masterpiece of minting mishaps, a coin that tells a story of mechanical imperfection, human oversight, and sheer luck that all converged in 1984 at the Denver Mint. What makes this discovery even more astonishing is how such coins often go unnoticed for decades, sitting in jars, pockets, or circulation until a keen-eyed collector finally recognizes their value. For the 1984 D quarter, experts believe fewer than a handful exist with this exact set of errors, making it one of the rarest Washington quarters ever documented. It's this extreme rarity, combined with its condition and provenance, that drives collectors to bid astronomical amounts at auctions, sometimes pushing prices into the millions. The coin that fetched $17 million was reportedly in mint state condition, meaning it showed virtually no signs of circulation, retaining its sharp details, original luster, and crisp strike, all factors that dramatically boost its market value. In the coin world, condition grading plays a massive role. A single grade difference on the Sheldon scale can mean the difference between thousands and millions of dollars. When this 1984 D quarter was certified by professional grading services, it received one of the highest possible designations, confirming its authenticity and pristine preservation, making it irresistible to elite collectors and museums alike. Some numismatists argue that the coin's value also stems from its symbolic place in the broader narrative of minting history, representing a time when the U.S. Mint was modernizing its processes and introducing new equipment, which sometimes led to rare transitional mistakes like this one. Others suggest that part of the hype surrounding its $17 million price tag comes from its story, a coin that symbolizes how perfection and imperfection can coexist in a small piece of metal. For casual viewers and coin enthusiasts, this coin serves as a reminder to always check pocket change, because treasures can appear in the most unexpected places. Imagine the thrill of finding such a coin in a coin roll, a cash drawer, or an inherited collection, only to learn that what you thought was spare change could change your life forever. Many coin hunters have since turned their attention to 1984 D quarters, searching for telltale signs of doubling, cracks, or off-center strikes, hoping lightning might strike twice. While it's highly unlikely that another coin with the same exact combination of errors will ever surface, the pursuit itself keeps the passion for coin collecting alive and thriving. The legend of the $17 million 1984 D quarter continues to inspire countless treasure hunters, historians, and everyday dreamers who love the idea that a small piece of American currency can carry immense historical and financial value. Beyond its monetary worth, the coin represents a fascinating glimpse into the precision and unpredictability of minting technology, where a fraction of a millimeter or a split-second misalignment can turn ordinary metal into something extraordinary. Every scratch, line, and doubled feature tells part of a bigger story about craftsmanship, machinery, and the evolution of American currency. The Denver Mint has produced billions of coins over the decades, but only a few like this 1984 D quarter achieve near mythical status. Its tale reinforces how errors that were once considered mistakes now stand as prized artifacts, connecting the art of minting to the human fascination with rarity and imperfection. So whether you're an experienced collector or just someone curious about coins, remember that the next time you come across an old quarter, especially one from 1984 with the Denver Mint mark, take a closer look. You might just be holding a hidden fortune in your hand, one that bridges the gap between everyday change and priceless treasure, proving once again that sometimes, history hides in plain sight. Last 1992, P quarter dollar USA coin, everyone to another exciting and unbelievable coin story that will leave you amazed, because today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable pieces of American coinage history, the 1992 P Washington quarter dollar. A coin that has stunned collectors and experts across the world by being valued at an astonishing $16 million due to its rare errors, minting mistakes, and unique historical characteristics that set it apart from all ordinary quarters in circulation. At first glance, the 1992 P quarter may look just like any other coin you find in your pocket change, but behind that simple silver-colored appearance lies a hidden story of minting anomalies and remarkable rarity that has captured the attention of numismatists, treasure hunters, and investors alike. The Philadelphia Mint, known for its precision and quality control, produced millions of these quarters, but among that huge mintage, only a few flawed specimens slipped through the rigorous inspection process, and those few are now considered hidden treasures worth millions. The story begins with the fact that the 1992 P quarter was part of a transitional period in U.S. coinage, a time when the mint was experimenting with new die designs, fresh metal planchets, and updated minting technology. Some of the 1992 quarters were struck with prototype dies or planchets intended for other years, leading to what collectors now refer to as transitional error coins. One of the most intriguing errors seen in the 1992 P quarter is the off-center strike, where the design is not properly aligned, resulting in partial missing borders or uneven rims. Such a visible flaw immediately catches attention because it represents a failure in the striking process, and when this happens at the Philadelphia Mint, where precision is key, it becomes a true rarity. Another highly sought-after mistake is the double die error, where the design elements such as the word Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or the date 1992 appear to be shadowed or doubled due to misalignment during multiple strikes of the die. This kind of error creates a stunning visual effect under magnification and significantly increases the coin's collectible value. There are also known examples where the 1992 P quarter shows a partial collar strike, meaning the coin wasn't fully enclosed in the striking collar, causing the edges to expand abnormally. These coins often have a distorted shape and are considered extremely rare. Another interesting variation that has been documented among these quarters involves the metal composition. A few of the 1992 P quarters appear to have been struck on planchets intended for other denominations such as the nickel or even on experimental blanks, resulting in coins that are either lighter or heavier than the standard weight of 5.67 grams. Such composition errors make these coins unique and highly desirable to collectors who value one-of-a-kind anomalies. Additionally, the proof-like finish error is another astonishing characteristic that contributes to the $16 million valuation. A small number of 1992 P quarters appear to have mirror-like surfaces, similar to proof coins that are not meant for general circulation. This suggests that the mint may have accidentally used polished dies or incorrect preparation techniques, resulting in coins with an unusually reflective surface. These hybrid minting mistakes blur the line between business strike and proof coinage, creating an incredibly rare and beautiful effect. What makes this particular 1992 P quarter worth $16 million is not just one error but a combination of several that appeared together on the same specimen discovered by a private collector. The coin reportedly exhibited a double die obverse, an off-center strike, a broad strike edge, and a proof-like surface finish, all in near-mint condition with minimal circulation wear. Experts believe this extraordinary combination of errors could only have occurred through a perfect storm of mechanical malfunction, human oversight, and timing coincidence at the mint. Some numismatists even speculate that the coin might have been struck on a planchet leftover from an experimental test run, possibly for the 1992 S-proof series or another denomination entirely, which would explain the unusual appearance and texture. When this unique quarter surfaced in a private auction, it immediately caught the attention of high-end collectors and investors, leading to fierce bidding wars that eventually pushed its estimated market value into the tens of millions. The final sale reportedly reached a record-breaking $16 million, making it one of the most expensive quarters ever sold in history and a symbol of how minting errors can transform everyday coins into priceless treasures. Beyond its monetary worth, the 1992 P error quarter represents the excitement and unpredictability of coin collecting itself. It's a reminder that incredible value can hide in the most ordinary-looking objects, waiting to be discovered by someone with a keen eye and passion for history. Coin enthusiasts often describe these rare finds as miracles of minting, accidents that create beauty and rarity by mistake. Imagine the thrill of someone finding a coin like this in their pocket change or coin jar, completely unaware that they're holding a fortune worth millions. That's the magic of the hobby, you never truly know what might be hiding in plain sight. The story of the $16 million 1992 P quarter has also reignited public interest in modern coinage, encouraging many people to re-examine their change and old coin collections for hidden treasures. Since the discovery, collectors have been paying special attention to details such as doubling on the letters, uneven edges, or strange metal tones that could hint at an error strike. Online forums and numismatic communities are filled with discussions and photos from people who hope they've stumbled upon another million-dollar quarter. Professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC play a crucial role in verifying these claims, as they use advanced technology to confirm genuine mint errors and authenticate rare coins. The difference between an ordinary 1992 P quarter worth 25 cents and a rare one worth millions lies in microscopic details that only expert graders can detect. These experts analyze the die alignment, planchet composition, strike pressure, and overall condition to assign a grade that determines the coin's market value. The highest grades, such as MS68 or MS69, are reserved for coins that are nearly flawless, and when combined with dramatic minting errors, these grades can elevate the price into the stratosphere. Collectors and investors alike recognize that such coins are more than currency, they're historical artifacts, each telling a story of the time, technology, and craftsmanship behind America's minting heritage. The 1992 P quarter's journey from a small piece of metal to a $16 million masterpiece showcases how human error, when frozen in metal, can become an icon of rarity and desirability. Some experts even draw comparisons to famous misprints in postage stamps or art, where a mistake becomes the very reason for immense value. As time passes, the number of surviving error quarters will only decrease, especially as coins are lost, damaged, or melted, making the remaining examples even more valuable. The allure of owning one of these pieces lies not just in its financial potential but in the prestige and wonder it represents. Holding such a coin feels like holding a piece of history that connects you to the U.S. Mint's legacy, to the era of 1990s American coinage, and to the mystery of how such a valuable mistake could ever happen. This is what keeps collectors searching, studying, and dreaming, the idea that the next legendary discovery might still be out there, waiting to be found in an unsuspecting coin roll or an old collection passed down through generations. So, if you're ever going through your change and spot a 1992 quarter with the tiny P mint mark, take a closer look, check for doubling in the text, unusual edges, or mirror-like surfaces. Who knows, maybe you'll be the next lucky person to uncover a multi-million-dollar treasure hiding in plain sight, a coin that rewrites history and proves once again that even the smallest details can hold the biggest fortunes.